What's up, Ranger Nation? It is your boy JB, and I'm here this morning with the review for Power Rangers Beast Morphers, episode 15, titled Seeing Red. So, you guys, we only have 5 more episodes left of this season. I'm enjoying this season thoroughly. I keep saying that every week. Enjoy the season. I'm, like with the Halloween episode, I didn't review that. I don't know if I'm going to review the Christmas episode either. Just putting that out there. So that's why I say 5 episodes, which is technically 6, including the Christmas episode, but I probably won't review the Christmas episode. But without further ado, you guys, we'll go ahead and just jump into today's video. Alright, you guys, so the episode, it started out, we see Devin. He's walking around, I guess, like a strip mall or something. And then we see Ben and Betty there as well. So they have a cake from General Burt because it's his birthday. And then a guy runs out of a bank. He's obviously robbed the bank. And the lady's like, stop that guy. So, I thought Ben and Betty's cake at that point was going to be a goner. And then Devin looks and he notices Red Fury cell. I can morph into the Red Fury Ranger and take care of him. And I'm like, Devin. See, if Zordon were around, he would tell you not to do that. Zordon would tell you never use your powers for personal gain, never escalate a battle unless Evox forces you to, and always keep your identity safe. But you just broke one of our rules, using your powers for personal gain. Now, yes, I do get it. He is, trying to stop the bank robbery, but let the cops handle that. And actually, that's, so we saw Devin. He was, chasing with the cheetah speed. He was chasing in behind the car, and then he has the car lifted. And the cop tells him, like, put the car down. Let me handle this. You take care of Evox, the Gigadrones, and the Robotrons, and I take care of the bad guys. And then, Devin then gets a call from Commander Shaw, who tells him, hey, there is a Robotron in the city. So, Devin's like, okay, here you go. And he leaves. So then we see, Blaze, well, not Blaze, we see Roxy and the, actually she didn't have a Robotron at this point. She hadn't made that Robotron, but we saw, Ravi, Steel, Zoe, and Nate. So they're fighting Electronics. And then, like I said, Roxy, she creates the Robotron. I'm gonna call him Candletron because that's what he was made out of, a candle. And, so Devin, he joins the battle, but he's a little bit late to the battle. So, he's fighting with Roxy and with Candletron, who I'm calling Candletron. So he's fighting with them. And then, the group comes together and, Zoe's like, yeah, you can't take care of all 5 of us. He says, oh, make that just one of us. I'm like, oh, wow. So Devin is all about I in this episode. If you guys remember the episode in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, where there's smoke, there's fire. When Aisha, she was fire captain. And, she went everything that had to do with fire, she thought it was all about her. And even when they, fought the Flamite monster, when they morphed, she was fighting all the putties and they were like, Aisha, like, what are you doing? And then Zordon told her, there is no I in team and, we're there for each other. So Devin is just forgetting a lot of Zordon's rules at this point. Like, there's no I in team, fight with your team. Never escalate a battle unless you're forced to. Never use your powers for personal gain. I mean, he has kept his identity safe, but it was all about him with the fight with Roxy, and then he definitely used his powers for personal gain with that bank robbery. He did not have to do that, but he did. He definitely did. So then he, like I said, so he was getting ready to run low on so the Fury Cell, I guess it runs off of energy and is getting low, and Roxy has the Fury Cell, so he goes and yanks that Fury Cell and puts it with his, and it powers him back up. So once the fight is over, Nate is telling him, like, you might want to be careful with that Fury Cell because you're acting a little weird. And, as Devin is getting ready to leave, Nate was like, you know what, I have an experiment that I need to do. So he yanks a piece of Devin's hair, and so he's going to go run some tests on that, obviously. I mean, because there's definitely something wrong with Devin. Like, I don't know. I mean, Devin can't see it, but we can see that there's something wrong with Devin. Alright, so in the cyber dimension, Roxy is telling Evox what happened about, Devin taking that Fury Cell from her. And he's very reckless, and Squaws was like, you're reckless as well, so touche. So then Squazzle tells her that, what it was going on is that the Fury Cell is slowly turning Devin evil. And she was like, so it's turning him evil. Cool. Good to know. Mental note. So then, she has an idea. So they have one Fury Cell left, and she's like, you know what? Why don't we just let him steal this Fury Cell? If it's turning him evil, let's just go ahead and just completely turn him evil. And then Squaws is like, you can do that, but I also need you to do something else for me. And what Squaws wants her to do is, he wants her to get the last of the beast powers, which is Devin's cheetah speed. So she's like, okay, got it. And we see Blaze in the background, and Blaze does not look happy. I'm like, Blaze, Roxy, granted, she runs from battles, but she's done a lot more than you have done, my buddy. So, yep. Hate that for you. Hate that for you. All right, you guys. So the others, they are at the Riptide Gym, and they're talking about Devin, and they're like, Devin's a little off. And Steel is like, you think? You think. So then we see Devin, his energy is still running low on this, the Fury Cell. So then he sees some guys in there, they're sparring. So Devin's like, 2 against 1. You like those odds? So then he starts fighting with the guys, and we see that Ben has got a new cake for General Burke, and they almost, knocked the cake off, but he's like, oh, thank God. It just fell in the chair. Then Betty shows up and plop, sits right on the cake. So the others get a call from Grip Battle Force, so they go to Grip Battle Force. So Nate is just telling them what's going on with Devin, that, with the Red Fury Cell, is what it's doing is it's making Devin evil. He's going to put people in danger and hurt them. And Devin's like, it's not going to happen. That's not going to happen to me, you guys. And they were like, don't do anything. Leave the Red Fury Cells alone. So Devin's like, he want to find another one. And they're like, no, you're good. And he's like, you know what? I'll do it on my own. I'm like, oh. So he's going to do it on his own. So then he storms out. So then we, the girl that is in headquarters, she calls them on their communicators, tells them that there is not a Gigadrone, but the Robotron, actually, there are Tronics in the city. So the Rangers go to battle the Tronics, and then Roxy and Candletron show up, and they're there to basically bait Devin with the Red Fury Cell. And, the Rangers are trying to get it, and then they blast at them, and then Devin shows them. She's like, oh, right on time. I have a Red Fury Cell right here in my hand. You want it? Come get it. So, they get into a battle. Ravi actually gets the Fury Cell, and, he and Devin get into a fight. And when they get into a fight, Ravi overheats. And that's when Devin looks at him, and he's like, man, they are right. Like, I am, putting my friends in danger. And he destroys the Fury Cell, and he throws it to Roxy, and she's like, no, like, are you serious? My plan didn't work. So then, Devin is like, you know what? You guys take care of the Robotron, which is Steel, Nate, and Zoe. And I'll get, Ravi to headquarters. So Devin does take him to headquarters, and Ravi goes, not Ravi, but Roxy. She went back to the cyber dimension. Scrozzle created a Robotron, and the Robotron, he goes, Devin and Cruz go into the race resort to fight the Robotron. So they're fighting Robotron, and it is Nate, Steel, and Zoe. They're on the ground fighting the the Gigadrone is in the sky. So that's who Devin is fighting. Then like I said, Zoe, Nate, and Steel are fighting Robotron on the ground. And let's see where we at. All right, so then we do see that Nate, Steel, and Zoe, they defeat the Robotron on the ground. And, Zoe's like, you know what? I got to get back to headquarters because I need a carrot. So we see that, Steel and Nate call on their Zord, so they go and help Devin to defeat the Gigadrone. And so they defeat the Gigadrone. So we're going to just move on, you guys. All right, so in the cyber dimension, we see Roxy. So you know she gives Carranza that last data chip with the cheetah beast power on it, and now she and Blaze are kind of arguing about who is going to get the upgrade from Evox. Which that's a good question. Who is gonna get the upgrade from Evox? Because I know we have Robo Blaze in next season. Is Roxy gonna get a power up mode? That I don't know. Because I mean, it'll be. I know a lot of people have been talking about with Gold Busters. You know, with Escape and Internet. I've never watched Gold Busters, so I'm probably gonna have to go back at some point and watch Gold Busters just to see the different forms of Enter and Escape. But I'm just wondering who's gonna get the upgrade because, like I said, I know in next season we have Robo Blaze. So I'm wondering if Blaze is gonna get the power up or what. But and then lastly, let's talk about the Rangers. They're at the Riptide Gym, and Ben and Betty are there. And Devin goes up to them. He's like, you know what, you guys, I'm so sorry about earlier, but I baked you guys a cake, and you know you guys can put whatever monogram you want to put on it, and you're good to go. So then General Burke, he does show up, and you know I have to agree with my boy Adam. General Burke, he's not needed, to be quite honest with you. General Burke, he's we already have comedy relief with Ben and Betty, but then you just add him, who's a general, but he's a bumbling idiot. But you know he says they had a surprise for him, and they were trying to, at least put happy birthday on the cake, but the icing got stuck, and Ben just squirts it in his face, and he's like, oh, okay, icing fight. And they have an icing fight with each other. And that is where the episode ended, you guys. Overall, this was a good episode to me. I will give it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 8.5, I'll say. Because I could have done, it probably would have got a 9 or a 10 if it weren't for General Berkman in the episode. But other than that, you guys, I enjoyed the episode. So be sure to like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, and also share this video with your other Ranger fans, and let's grow this Ranger Nation. But until next time, Ranger Nation, see you later.